and a step, concrete step. So we went out the door that day and Prabhupada stopped. He said, "You see that step?" Yes, Prabhupada. He said, "Kurandar made that step." He said, "Kurandar can do anything." So that was how we did. We saw Kurandar like that. And he was very serious, very grave. He had been a Marine. If you know what a U.S. Marine, they're very serious. You're Kshatriyas, no joking. So that was Kurandar. But he said, but all of us, we thought being like Kurandar was Krishna consciousness. That serious, great. But I didn't find that very appealing, serious. You can see that in me. Not very serious. So Prabhupada gets L.A. Kurandar says, "Prabhupada," he said, "all the grahastas have cases of 7-Up in their refrigerator now because they heard you drank 7-Up." He said, "Yes, I took it once or twice," he said, "for my digestion." He said, "but it's not a good thing that the devotees do it." Because we imitated everything he did, if it was some sense gratification in it. We never imitated getting up at 2 a.m. to translate or chant or anything. But he had a 7-Up, so the whole world of devotees wanted to drink 7-Up because we could. So he said, no. He said, "I take little for digestion." So a couple of years later, we went to Mexico. Prabhupada was so funny. He was like, when you would, well, none of us know that. I joined when I was 19, so I never went into a bar or anything. But I know, you see, you buy everybody drinks, like it's your birthday, buy a round of drinks, So we would go on the plane. When they would come down, Prabhupada would say, "Everybody 7-Up." Tell all the devotees on the plane, 7-Up for everybody. It was like our special little concession you got, when you were in different situations. But it was always the exception, not the rule. It was something you got to do on certain occasions. So that was there. And then it went all the way to 1977. In September 1977, Prabhupada traveled from Vrindavan to London. He was just 2 months before he left. He hadn't eaten for weeks. He was skin and bone, wearing sunglasses. The bright light was too bright for his eyes. So he went to London. And the plane stopped in Dubai. So on the plane Prabhupada was there, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Guru Kripa Maharaj. So the plane was full. So it stops in Dubai, and the devotees had all stood in the hallways, stood at the doors and stuff, so Prabhupada could lie down because he was in very fragile condition. Eyes were closed, he would just sit drooling. So Guru Kripa, he just saw Prabhupada. He just couldn't tolerate seeing Prabhupada in this condition, I couldn't either. After you have been with Prabhupada for years, and then to see him like that, it was very difficult. So Guru Kripa came and Prabhupada, he said, "Is there anything I can do for you?" And Prabhupada made a little smile. He said, "I'll have a 7-Up." So Prabhupada was always transcendental. It was all, how we saw things. Devotees would say, "I saw Prabhupada. He saw right through me. He saw all my sins, all my life." And I say, that's not what Prabhupada looks at. He sees a devotee there. What can I do to bring this person to Krishna? He wasn't concerned in what we had done, even in recent. So one of the things that really, it's one of the most difficult things, I think, for anyone to do. Prabhupada, no matter what it was, once he chastised you on something, he never brought it up again. He never said, "You did, well, yeah, you did that before." Never. If there was something you did, he corrected it, that was it, finished. The L.A. temple, the temple room now, was a what do you call it, a sanctuary, all with seats, a pulpit for somebody to speak from. Big hall it was. Imagine that temple room was a big hall, all with pews, chairs. And and it had stained glass windows on the sides. Prabhupada loved it. He said, "We can lecture in here. They can come in, wear their shoes. They're not in the temple." He said, the intelligent class of people was excited. Next time he came, they had torn the whole thing down, turned it into the temple room. He couldn't believe what they had done. All the stained glass windows were gone, everything was gone, all the pews were gone. They made it a temple room. We screamed at them. Jayati had people in tears. But that was it. After that day, never mentioned it again. Just go to the temple room, conduct kirtan. See, you don't operate out of guilt. Trying to make people do something out of guilt. By always chastising and making them feel, but he never did that. Anything he did with me was once and done. So I've been given a signal. Any more questions? Yes.
You remember your first bell. You remember your last bell?
Well, I pretty much told that when I left him. That was pretty much the last